Welcome back to Sunrise. Well, Chief, we could talk about the problems all day long. Let's talk about solutions, before we wrap up. We've had different comments, some secession, some restructuring, different calls really. But could you tell us, what do the Southeasterners want?
We want a Nigeria in which everybody is an equal partner. A Nigerian Nigeria, where the sovereignty belongs to the people. We want a Nigeria that is restructured, where the component units have control of their natural resources.
Is it achievable?
It is achievable. We've had a 2004 national conference. It is just lying there, unimplemented. And amazingly, some people who were part of it voted, moved motions, 3 years after, have a rethink of it and say they don't want it anymore. It seems to me that Nigeria can only work if some group of people want it to work. And they cannot hold Nigeria to ransom. But a stitch in time saves nine. Every true patriot of this country must rise today and ask for a conference table where we discuss the future of Nigeria. Without discussing the future of Nigeria and having a Nigeria's constitution, a constitution generated by Nigerians themselves, not imposed by the military, this restive situation will continue to pervade us. And the danger is the threat it poses to life and property. Because the sentiments there, everything happening in the news in the north now reminds you of what happened before the pogrom. The United Nations has appealed to us yesterday. The United Nations should be sized of what is happening. Some of these facts that I gave you today, I'm going to make available to them, so that the whole world knows exactly what is happening. So that if these restive young men in the north are no longer be controlled by their leaders, anything that happens to my people in the north, nobody would say that I didn't raise the voice.
But this is more or less this different sides of the same coin. I mean, the Easterners are asking Biafra. The Northerners are saying, you can go. The West have the Odua Republicanism there. So it seems that everybody is now set and positioned. The Middle Belt say that we're not part of the North.
The Niger Delta wants Rondell.
So it is a psychic in the minds of the people that we go back to the parliamentary system. How do we progress from this point that we are?
It's a matter of the leadership. We have a government. To be insensitive to these extant feelings is to destroy the whole essence of governance. There is no doubt in anybody's mind in Nigeria that Nigerians are restive and they want to change. Today, I've anywhere said it very clearly, it's either restructuring or nothing. We are getting to a stage where the nation will be paralyzed. Now, we also play into the hands of those who want to manage our political situation to suit their individual ends. It bogs my mind that a chief of army staff can publicly declare that some soldiers are talking with some politicians with a view to hatching a coup, and no arrest has been made. It bogs my mind that our judiciary has become so comatose that the executive today described it as thinking. Let me just take one typology. Look at the Fine Bus case with the EFCC. On the same day, in courts of concurrent jurisdiction, one court met in the morning and said, give him bail. Just as it was finishing, another court resumed sitting in Abuja on the same subject, with EFCC as the same party. Don't give him bail. And the NJC folds his hand and looks at such an abuse of court process. So people are shopping for courts, for judgments. And two conflicting judgments are given the same day on the same subject matter. And the Chief Justice of Nigeria pretends that he has not had it. This is a script for chaos, anarchy, and for military intervention in our democracy. And no Nigerian will have it. You know that if there is a military coup in Nigeria today, every Nigerian will be on the street against it. And heads will roll. What is government doing? This is not enough for a conference?
If we have another conference, what's the guarantee that it won't go the way of several conferences that we've had?
The will to make it succeed. And what you see today has fundamental statements being made by all sections of the country, shows if the center cannot hold, we are ready to go. The North says the town wants to go and that we should go. The West says it wants to go. Niger Delta says it wants to go. TIF has declared it, Middle Belt has declared its independence. The center cannot hold anymore. This is the time for leadership. In moments like this, leadership must be shown. It's unfortunate that our head of state is not well at this point in time, because I know him to be a man who can be strong, stern, and inflexible when he's convinced about a matter, but unfortunately he's not available, and that places a lot of responsibilities on the shoulders of the acting president. And this is a moment of history. If I were him, I should hold nationwide consultations and find a way out of this situation. Look at our legislature. It's in continuous running with the executive. How many legislators have their houses been invaded? How many people are languishing in detention today, contrary to the rule of law? Our constitution presumes an accused person innocent until proven guilty. Look at the bail conditions that were given to Nnamdi Kanu, depriving him of his fundamental human rights. No freedom of association, no freedom of expression. This is unheard of. Something has to be done. The federal government has to show that it is paternal. And you have a responsibility as government to be father to everyone.
All right, Chief, we'll anchor the point. Chief John Nwodo is the President General of Ahanes and Igbo. We appreciate your talking to us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and we'll be back in a moment. Join us again.